Hey Clashers, is the Angry Jelly in combination with the new Magic Mirror any good? Because in my head that sounds kinda cool, because then we have one Archer Queen which is only targeting defenses and is having the frozen arrow effect on her, with two queens which target anything, so which means the cleanup is already guaranteed. Well, is that only in theory a good idea, or does it actually work in those attacks? Well, I will give it a try today with the Super Miner combination, which is, in my opinion, one of the strongest queen shot strategies currently. Yes, that's right, I think the Super Miners are heavily underrated, and I will go with the classic King Equipment combination, classic Warden, and classic Royal Champ equipment combination otherwise. So, everything has been said. Let's dive in and see if Angry Jelly and Magic Mirror together is any good, or if that's not as good as I think. Okay, the entire concept behind this attack is pretty much that we can dive into a compartment really quick. So for example, into the clan castle here, and then we have all of those outside buildings which are left behind because the Angry Jelly makes our queen only target defenses, right? So she's charging in front. But the clones are going to clean up the rest of the base. That is the concept. That is the, entire thinking behind this attack. So let's give it a try and see if that can actually work. So, queen first, obviously like Teslun healers. And then we can use the clone in just a second, just like this. And we're going to rage them up as well, because this is just insane damage for us. Let's turn that invisible. Okay, I've missed that one. I've missed that one clone, but that should be still alright. We have the frozen arrow, so that should be no problem taking down like buildings and everything. And we have already a nice area cleared out with our clones, which is quite nice for us. And now with the frozen arrow, we should have no problem whatsoever to take down the rest of the space. This is at least the concept. Typically, I would always go with the siege barracks, but with this one, with the invisibility towers, we would go with the lock launcher. Just like this. Let's start with the Super Minus, because this air defense, I'm kind of scared about this air defense. Let's add the Royal Champion, the Apprentice Warden. And let's get this started. Invisibility Tower is getting triggered. That's exactly what we would like to see. Now let's make sure that we're raging things up. The back end Invisibility Tower hopefully gets triggered as well. Or like, yeah, triggered and Warden ability now. Queen is still healthy and fine. The King is tanking. Now, let's use that heal. And those Super Miners there are just so tanky. It's kind of crazy. We can still use the rage. We will do that, especially now for the Super Hog Riders with the Royal Champ together. The Invis Tower now has just triggered. But take a look at this. We still have so much power left with this attack. That's kind of crazy. The only scary thing is this merged cannon. Otherwise, we're good to go. Just wrecking the entire back end. Royal Champ just getting around. Queen is still there. Let's just make sure Bay Dragon can clean that up. Let's turn this invisible. We have so many Super Miners. We are just going to redirect them. The Queen, we could just wall break her, I guess. Okay, we can't really wall break her because the wall breaks are trolling. But still, that has worked quite successfully. I'm not really sure if it's worth it to bring the clone just for the cleanup just yet. But hey, we have more attacks to do. We have more attacks to try, because that's what we have to do if we want to try and find new combinations which could be worth it. But for this one, I would say it was an okay combination. Can we find a use case where it's getting us a lot of value? That's the question. Let's give it a try. This is a quite common base from higher legends, so let's see how we can approach this. We could charge the Town Hall, and we could rely then on our clones of the Archer Queen to activate that Town Hall, because the Angry Jelly makes you target only defenses, but the Town at the beginning is no defense, so we're relying on the clone to actually activate that, which might be a nice thing for us to do. Getting the Town Hall out of the way nice and early would be quite good move, I think, so let's just do it. Let's start with the Queen right here. We can do a Teslun, then obviously the Queen right behind, maybe the Bay Dragon to get rid of this top left side, to then funnel the Queen in here. Just like that. Wall break nice and early. And as soon as she's in there, we're going to activate this. And something should activate that tunnel. That's at least something which I'm relying on currently. The tunnel is activated and it's getting frozen. That's amazing for us. Oh my lord. That's just perfect currently. We have invisibility spells, because we need those to protect my Archer Queen. We can rage them up in just a second again. Let's just do this. But make sure that we're paying attention, because there's a lot of... Oh, Queen actually going for the wall. That might be not the worst thing to happen, to be honest. Because now we can start with our Super Miners. Just like this. But we have to keep a close eye on that Archer Queen, because there's a lot of damage. Let me tell you, there is a lot of damage. Okay. Now, we have the Warden ability, Poison, King ability, Queen is still alright. Can wall break the King maybe in here. Queen is getting rotated out of the damage. That's really good for us, actually. We can get this one. Come on, King, take down that Inferno Tower, please, maybe. Okay, he's not doing so, which is still okay. We can rage up. I think the Queen should be fine with the freezes. So we can rage up the Super Miners around this area, I believe. Let's use the heal near the bomb towers. I hope that is good enough. 2 loons right here. And I think we should be good. Good to go. I was missing. Oh, that freeze. The Queen not going for the multi-tower. Oh, no. Not for the multi-arch tower. That is really bad. But the healers are transitioning over. Let's use this one. The ability of the Royal Champion. Taking down the rest. The healers are tanking nicely. We have Super Miners. We have Super Hog Riders. And we still have the freeze for the backhand, which we can nicely activate and use for our Royal Champion. Let's just do the freeze right here. Super Miners with the Super Hogs are going through this. And it's going to be our Thrace Tower. This use case was actually amazing for us. This was actually perfect. I was not paying attention in the end with the Queen redirecting and going to all of the damage. That was totally on me. I should have reacted with the freezes. But that was the perfect use case, I would argue. Going into the Town Hall and having something to activate the Town Hall. And making sure that's the defense so the Angry Jelly Queen can then target it. And with the Frozen Arrow, we're slowing it down. So I would say on this specific use case, it's a both thumbs up. Like, it was really great, giving us value and doing a great job. But hey, let's do one more attack. And for this one, we're going with a replay because I want to show you another use case which is really, really crazy with this clone method. Because take a closer look at the time. I will intentionally not get rid of it, but we are having around a couple of seconds left, like 15 seconds or something, and that is the remaining seconds of the attack. And the crazy thing now about this is that the clone is just doing so massive damage. But let me show you exactly what I mean. First off, we're starting with the Clan Castle. I feel like with this specific strategy, Clan Castle is having such a high priority that you should always go for that. Because having Ice Golems on your Super Miners, no, just don't do it. It is just really, really annoying and really time consuming and really, no, just don't do it. At this point, we're just waiting for the Queen to decide whichever way she wants to go. The Angry Jelly by now is not giving us that much value because it's already running out. Because after those first 30 seconds or something, the Angry Jelly is running out. And this means we have a regular, well, kind of like test loon now. The Unicorn, I feel like a lot of times, is not giving us that much either. But now take a look at this. The Angry Jelly stepping one step further. Tanking a Black Miner. This means for us, well, that's already good news. This means one healer more. So it's giving us already a solid, well, as well, a use case, I guess, with the Angry Jelly. Not the one which we were intending to have, like the attack which we just had with going straight for the defenses, but still a solid use case as a pet for a Queen shot, right? The next concept here is to have the King on the far right side, and I was trying around with the different equipment combinations, but I have to say, for most strategies, I really, really appreciate and like this Rage Vial with the Gauntlet because it's just so good. I was forgetting about this Black Miner. Should have used the test tool right there, but hey, the Berserk is not getting the job done. Instead, we're now using the Log Launcher, but now this is the use case which I meant for the Archer Queen. Time is ticking low. By now, we have taken down 35% of the base with having 1 minute left. And the surprising thing now is because I have seen many people saying, well, I would just go with the damage equipments because they're just speeding things up, they're more powerful in general, everything. But if you combine the mirror and keep those clones alive, this equipment, surprisingly enough, is the strongest equipment when it comes down to bonus damage. Especially if you rage up the clones. And with doing a Queen Charge, you can see all of those clones are staying alive and they're just providing so much damage that we can super easily funnel the entire left side. No other equipment could have done this for the Archer Queen and would have given us such an easy as well time efficient option to take all of this out. Now the remaining spells like Rage and the heal around the Town Hall, and we're good to go. This entire base is gone, just making sure that, well, we're having the time on our side, even though it was a really time-consuming Queen Charge. So this is for sure another great way of using the Magic Mirror in those attacks. Now the final question, do I think it's worth it to bring this combination? I would maybe say it's more like a creative approach, I would say. I would say as well that there's more well-rounded combinations, especially with the Unicorn. But even though with the Unicorn, with all of the splash on Town Hall 16 currently, a lot of times the unicorn is going down. So for Town Hall 15 and below, I would say go with the unicorn. But if you're at Town Hall 16, this option might be a really good thing you want to try, especially with the magic mirror, because you're really free to wherever to enter, because that was always one of the biggest weaknesses of that angry jelly, that you can't charge into the town hall because you could not activate it, and having the queen being on top of the town hall and then getting activated is like one of the worst things possible. But with the clones, you can activate it nice and early. So make sure that you're giving it a try. This, in my opinion, as well, is one of the currently strongest queen charge strategies. Yes, it sounds weird, but super minions are super underrated in my opinion. And well, give it a try if you want to see how it works for you. I will keep trying weird stuff. If you have any cool ideas I should try as well in the future, let me know in the comments. And otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow with the next video. Until then, see ya and bye-bye.